You made us family. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Oh my God. I miss you so much. Thank you.
It's hot in Palm Springs. Now I'm welcomed by air conditioning and Dr. Strober. How are you?
Hey, Jeff.
Nice
Good.
to
How you
meet you.
doing?
Nice to meet you.
Too.
So much knowledge in the industry. I want to find out more about you, how you got started. Give a chance to sit down?
Yeah, come on in.
All right. Doctor, driving into Palm Springs, always beautiful setting. You got the mountains, you got the desert, you've got the great colors here. But this isn't where you started. I want to go back to where you all started because it came from the East Coast.
Yeah, so I finished dental school. I went to SUNY Buffalo, and I did a residency on Long Island at Nassau County Medical Center. And then I always knew I wanted to practice in Boston. After 5 years, I wanted more. And I ended up going to LVI. That changed my life in the aspect that I met a lot of practices that were running their practices as a team. And I really wanted that, and my practice that I was in was not. At that point, we looked to maybe open up my own practice, and we ultimately ended up buying a practice in Hillcrest, Bankers Hill line. I was there for 11 and a half years and built the practice up to, a $2.5 million practice.
So you're in San Diego now. You don't know a whole lot of people out there. How did you start building these relationships from nothing, especially coming from the East Coast, coming into San Diego? How did you build those relationships?
So with patients, there was an existing practice, if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Also marketing in the area, doing newspaper ads and also internet ads. I even walked around and put flyers on cars. So we were doing really like a lot of different things to get our name known and well out there. And then I also joined a business networking group, and then word of mouth, you know, that's really the best marketing I could ask for.
It's scary for doctors to buy a practice. What piece of advice would you give some of these doctors that you've been through it? If you're going to buy a practice, here's some advice and how you can maintain that business.
You definitely need to have a meet and greet. You definitely need to send letters out to patients telling your history and who you are and what your philosophy is. And it's tough. And you just got to expect that. But stay the course. Believe in your intuition and really know that you know what you're doing and show that to your patients.
You mentioned philosophy. What is your philosophy?
My philosophy really is to treat everyone like family, treating the patient like a VIP. And I really believe that that's a really necessary thing to be successful. I want to spend as much time as I can with them. I don't like being interrupted. They don't like sitting in the chair waiting for me. Really building relationships with those patients in that time is important, making them feel special.
So in San Diego, you built your practice up, $2.5 million practice, you sold it, and you said, you know what? I'm gonna retire.
Yep.
And now you're in Palm Springs. You decided to open up a practice here, and you came out of retirement. Why?
I had an insurance-based practice in San Diego. I was on roller skates. I wasn't giving my patients that VIP experience. I was really doing 3 rooms at a time. I got pretty burnt out. And then I was like, you know what, I'm done. But after 4 to 6 months, I was bored out of my mind because dentistry is my love, it's my hobby, it's my everything.
You're too young at that point to be able to accept that lifestyle and accept that. Okay. So your demographic here is quite different as well than in San Diego and Boston. Talk about that.
If you tell a patient that's 80 years old that they need a crown or that they need a root canal, a typical response would be, well, I'm not going to live that much longer, so why do I need to do that? You have to really train them again on home care and also give them good advice on why they need to have the treatment that they need to have in order to live a comfortable remainder of their life. There's also a seasonal transition of patients, and as soon as it starts getting a little too uncomfortable or too dusty or too windy, they go back home. So you have to kind of gauge and prepare for that summertime period where you're going to have lower production, which has been difficult because I bought this practice in September of 2019, and then COVID hit. Thankfully, we made it through COVID and actually grew our business. It gave us a lot of downtime to kind of clean the office up and do some organization and create protocol sheets. So when it opened back up, we had a system in place.
The protocol sheets, I want to talk about that because you really dive into it with your staff, making sure that everybody knows exactly where they're supposed to be, what to expect, everybody is on the same page. Clarity is utmost important.
Yeah. I had an assistant when I first started here. She started getting me thinking that I really need to be prepared for this because I can't answer her questions. So I started typing a list of steps that I would take, and eventually I called them protocol sheets. Each step is the exact order that I want to do that procedure. It really is important for the team to be on the same page with you, and that's the only way to do it, because I'm not going to sit there and tell them, okay, we're going to do this, then do that, then do this. They'll never remember that. But if they have it written down and they tape it to the cabinets, then they'll remember it.
So building a team is just as important as running a business, as a whole. But you truly respect the team that you've had and that you currently have now. Talk to me about the team that you currently have.
The team I have now is probably the best team that I've ever worked with. Their work ethic is beyond what's expected of them. They share the same vision that I have as far as the VIP concierge experience. We have weekly meetings at lunchtime on Tuesdays where we buy the team lunch and we all talk about the previous week and the coming up week. We share all our numbers with them so that they are part of the practice.
It's one single heartbeat,
right,
all working together. You still learn from them?
Yeah.
Yeah?
All the time. They'll ask me questions that I haven't thought of and I'm like, oh, I need to get that done, yeah. So that's the best part, that they're interactive, that they want to know more and they ask the right questions and are very smart.
One more thing, I actually got a gift for you guys. It's something small, nothing too much. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, my name is Kelsey. I am the lead assistant here at Country Club Dentistry. I've been here for about 4 years. It was back in 2020 and I get a phone call for a position here and he was telling me about all the technology that he has here and all the things that he does, and I was very intrigued. So I came in for a working interview and I just fell in love with the office. The office is beautiful, the doctor is just amazing. It's rare to see in an office setting that we have a professional relationship as well as a personal relationship, which really I think helps with the cohesiveness of our office. We all have our positions and we stay in those roles and just work really, really well together, which is great.
Having a team that is on the same page with me is the most important thing that I can think of. Amanda was, bar none, the best assistant I've ever had. Unfortunately, she had to move. She started asking me questions that were very insightful. So that pushed me to list what we were going to be doing. And once I started typing that out, I realized that it was a protocol sheet. So she inspired me to be much more organized, and it helped me to prepare for that treatment that day. Oh no, is it Amanda? Yeah.
When I think about the beginning stages of Country Club Dentistry, while we were sorting through every item in the office, I think it was then that I became more than just your assistant, but your close friend. I have random memories of us, like the first couple weeks on the job, you and I had gone to a CEREC training course, and in the middle of the course you turned to me and asked me to sing a Jonas Brothers song with you. It was then that I realized how cheerful and fun-loving you were. No matter where we were or what we were doing, you just had fun. I had felt like I had hit a glass ceiling in my career. And it wasn't until I worked with you that you really pushed me to break through that. And I could do more than I'd ever imagined. And for that, I am so grateful. Country Club Dentistry is more than just a group of people working in a building together. You made us family. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Thank you, Dr. Strober, for giving me opportunity, for showing me what it looks like to diligently pursue personal growth in my work, for friendship, for all the great memories I have while working alongside you. I loved every moment.
Oh my God. I miss you so much. Thank you. You just pray that you're gonna have an assistant or somebody that you work with that really gets you and you get them. And she is family forever. So thank you so much for doing that. That's probably one of the most special things that ever happened to me in my life. Really. I miss her so much. I really do. But I have a great team. They're all very similar to her, and they're all family. Kelsey is like my daughter. Amanda, a daughter and a best friend, and just so inspirational to me. And she inspired me to be better at what I do and get more experience and go to more classes and be more organized and focus. So I think, you know, if you're lucky to find somebody that has those qualities, don't hesitate to bring them on your team because they will change your life. Oh my God. She's really special. Thank you.